There's a new radio station on the air in the Pine Hills area of Orange County, and its owners say they want to fill a void in the community. Joining us to go in depth on this is Paul Porter. You are the founder and program director of that new station, which is The Wire 98.5.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming in. You know, unfortunately, there's been a lot going on in Pine Hills, and a lot of the news coming out of there is not good. So the station has been on the air since Friday. So how are things going, and why? And why that area?
Well, first of all, the launch was great. We were well received. A lot of folks called, came by. But my partner, Paul Billings, and I decided on Pine Hills just for that reason. It had all the stigmas that, you know, some urban areas have, and we wanted to make a difference. And Paul had his first station was up in Muskegon, another crime-ridden town. And 15 years later, with mentoring programs and doing a lot of things in the community and giving the community a voice, it's made a big difference. And we want to make a big difference here in Pine Hills and Metro Orlando.
So who's your target audience? Who are you talking to?
We want all people, but people of color in that community. We're going to play hip hop and R&B and do a lot of talk and work with, you know, I went to Evans High School last week to meet with the assistant principal and working out a program to work with some of the students. We want to work with the young people in the community and give them information and news that a lot of the big corporate outlets don't give them. You know, we're conscious of the content, and sometimes hip hop has also been stereotyped to give the bang bang shoot 'em up. But we're not going to do that. You know, we're going to give a balance.
Okay. Now, the station is Low Power FM, so for people who aren't familiar, what's that?
It's a program that the FCC basically set up so people could buy radio stations again. So we don't have as much power as the 50,000, but we cover a 15 to 20 mile radius from our towers. So that gives us a good reach, but at the same time, we're not, you know, reaching into Daytona, but we want to do the work here, and believe me, there's more than enough work to do.
There is. And so will you be tackling social issues, drugs, guns, all the things that, some of the negative things that are coming out of the area?
That's what we have to do. That's why we're here. You know, the music is just a vessel to get to the people and the groups and the organizations. And also, we want to be that voice. I mean, News 13, you guys are definitely the local station that, you know, tackles issues, but in radio there's really none, and we want to be that voice.
And how have the people received you in the area? Do they see this as something positive? Are they open to suggestions? Because maybe some of the suggestions they don't want to hear, you know, sometimes. So how's that working?
Oh, lovely. Look, I gave out my email and my phone number on my first morning show.
Oh, wow.
So I've gotten texts and calls, and I'm not scared. I worked at BET for a long time, and I used to do tours around the country, and I would give out my number all the time. Most of the time people are scared to call because they don't think anybody's going to talk to them. But, you know, The Wire, we're at 98.5, we're going to talk to everybody and try to help everybody we can.
And you know, the law enforcement always says if you see something, say something, and sometimes even though it's anonymous, people are afraid to come forward. And this may lead to maybe more people opening up and talking to you and knowing that maybe they do have a voice and you can give aid to some of the things that are happening to you. Are you working with law enforcement?
Oh, yes, yes. Chief Devins had already been by the station before we came on, and my cousin is the news director, David Porter. He worked for the Sentinel for a long time, so he's tapped in. We're tapped in. The superintendent of Orange County is coming on. So we're going to give a voice for communities and some of the organizations that don't get to talk to people. We want to be tied in, and we want to feed them slowly and give the audience and let them know that they have friends out there.
All right, so good news for Pine Hills, good news for Orange County, and just good news for the public in general. So the new station is 98.5. Give a listen and call in. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.